Hey guys, so Native Instruments just released Massive X, and I'm really excited for this. Well, honestly, I'm not expecting that much just because there are already so many wavetable synthesizers out there that I'm kind of not sure what to expect. But one thing that I did really like was the feature that they announced, which is the way you can modulate stuff, kind of like in automations in your DAW, which is kind of like the old Massive had this performer thing, and it's kind of like that, but yeah, let's see what it's about. So I just got the demo version, and I just made sure that it works. I didn't do anything with it yet. I only made sure that everything works. So first time checking it out here. So the demo presets cannot be saved, quits after 30 minutes, total recall is disabled, whatever that means. And welcome everyone in the chat. Alright, so let's click demo. I'm not too sure yet if I'm gonna buy it, just because it's like $200 and I want to check it out first. Let's create some E-notes, and I hope the sound and everything works. Does this come up every time you open it here? I also can press the space bar while I have this window in focus, which is extremely annoying. Alright, so it looks like here we have our regular oscillator section, 2 oscillators, quite a few wavetables, not bad, hopefully some interesting stuff. Then here we can go through the wavetables, like in Serum. This, I don't know what it, I guess it's just the volume for the wavetables. Here's the phase, filter. I think, yeah, this is basically manipulating the wavetable with different things like sync, wrap, a lot of things that we're already used to, and then also some of them that I haven't heard of before, like art, gorilla, random, jitter. I guess format sounds interesting as well. I assume it's kind of like a format filter. And yeah, Jeb, only 2 oscillators, but I kind of already saw that in the preview they showed. I don't really need more anyway, to be honest. I've also been trying Faceplant recently, which is a really sick synthesizer, and you can put an unlimited amount of oscillators in there if that's something that you want to do. So yeah, here we have a noise oscillator. This is filters, a filter section. So we have a few interesting ones that I haven't really heard of before, like this Groyan Creek, Blue Monarch, and Asimov. Let's see what's in here. This is, I guess, the effects section. So we have Anima, which I don't know what that does. Bit Crusher, Utility, Folder. Oh, that's just okay. Like a wave shaper. Then Frequency Shifter, that's pretty cool to see in a synthesizer. Then there is Distortion, why do we need another? I guess we have 3 oscillators in that case, since we can put one here as well, but it's just like phase modulation. phase oscillation. I don't know. PM. So, and then we have the ring mod. Sample and hold, which we already had in massive. That's cool. Track delay. I don't know what that does. It's probably. Let's see what it sounds like. I like to try stuff on square waves. Where's the square wave? What is the banana wavetable? That sounds cool. Alright. So let me check out the 4-man thing as well. Yeah, so it's basically just a 4-man filter, kind of. Let's see in the chat. Are people getting exclusive previews of it? No, it's already released. They released it literally a couple minutes ago. A lot more knobs than massive. Yeah, I guess. Especially because of this stuff down here, all the modulation stuff. So we have envelopes. This is the interesting thing that I was talking about. This is the thing where you can draw in your own like automations like you would do in your program itself, in your DAW, but you can actually do it within the synthesizer, which is amazing. Then we have here T. What is that? It's kind of similar to the other one. I don't really know the difference right now. So P, we have different controls here for the shapes we can put and for the grid. And then on the T, there's a source here. So I guess we can modulate. I don't know. What's the difference between T and P? You can definitely not put these shapes here. And the grid is a little different. Velocity on and off, note pitch. You can set the vertical grid. I could try it on the control, see what it does. Where do I drag? Oh, down here. Oh, I think this has to do with MIDI nodes. It's not actually... so you can control parameters based on which note you play. So I guess this would be E, which is what I'm playing right now. And then if I'm playing a different key, then the sound has a different... Like I can set the position for a specific... Like let's say I can set the wavetable position for a different note to a different value. Okay, so that makes sense. So I would use these for time-based stuff, and then the T for like MIDI-based stuff. Okay, so the rate. Let's see. This would be, I guess, you can set like triplet grids. Yeah. Okay. I don't really care. Yeah, that's cool. And then how do we set the rate to like quarter notes? I feel like it doesn't go as fast as that. Let me, the volume of the microphone is low. And yes, Massive X is released now. Let me also set it to uni so that it doesn't go like up and down, but only like unidirectional in one direction. It doesn't seem to be. Oh, because this wavetable is just the same across the board. It's so annoying that I can't use the space bar. What were they thinking? To press play. What is... This is weird. Initialize. Oh, that just resets it. Okay, so I'm trying to find, oh, you also have these routing controls here where you can route the oscillator into different things before you, like, well, you can select where you want to route them, like, if you want to route them into the effect before routing it into, like, the amp or whatever. This is the place where you can do it. And then you can also like say that oscillator 2 should go into whatever this is, I guess. Oh, it's all like, it all has these letters here where you can see which is which. So here, one oscillator is this here. And then you can send it, it's being sent into F right now, which is off, but it's the filter thing. So, and then if I wanted to send it through this track delay here, then I would have to go and send it into A, which is here, and then send it to the output. And now it's also it also has some parallel stuff going on apparently. So you can also send them parallel. So now the signal is going into the delay and then into the master, but also straight into the master, bypassing the delay. But I'm not too sure how I can actually unlink these. Ah, okay, just like that. The routing feature is really nice. Yeah, that's really cool. And I guess the reason they block the spacebar is because there might be some other shortcuts inside of Massive X that use the spacebar. But I just think like spacebar is such a common thing for play. I think they shouldn't block it for whatever internal control they use. I don't know. And then sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe they will release a fix for that. I hope. Okay, so we have that figured out. We can send it into the track delay. But I'm not getting any sound from this dusty wavetable for some reason. Okay. Jigsaw. And it's really quiet, so let me just put a utility so we can actually hear the sound from it. Okay, so let's try to figure out how to use the LFO stuff. I kind of want to use it just like in Serum, where you can like draw in a curve for your volume automation. So I guess, how do I set this up so that it resets every time the MIDI note plays? Overlay dimensions. What does an overlay do? It just seems to disable the grid somehow. I don't know. So yeah, it just kind of creates a bigger grid in that area, but I don't know why that would be useful. We can also set the vertical and the horizontal grid. So this is the horizontal grid, which is how many steps there should be horizontally, and then here you can, if you do snap to grid, I guess now it kind of snaps to specific values. Alright. Hey, is that a beta or is it officially out? It's officially out now, but it is the demo version. Turns out Massive Axe doesn't have a retrigger option for LFOs. It kind of looks like it, and that's really stupid, to be honest, because what am I gonna do without a retrigger? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, let's say I want to place like triplet notes and I don't have the retrigger, then it's just gonna this table also sounds bad. Here we go. Sounds like there's some kind of unison going on. Let's see what these do. The spacebar thing that just... Where is that unison sound coming from? Both of the wavetables playing at the same time? No. I think the second one is not even routed here. Is it this delay effect? No. So no square 4. The square 4 is actually really easy to recreate in any synthesizer that has an import function. But I'll come to that in a different video. I don't think there's a square here at all. I don't even see one. I wonder if you can also import your own sounds, your own wavetables. But I have a feeling that you can't. I think the banana sounds kind of close to a square, but I don't know why they wouldn't include a square. It's so basic. And then that unison type of sound just came from the wavetable, like going through the wavetable, I guess. So let me select, like, I don't know, drill. Let me actually just create a long note and then go through the wavetables so that we can kind of hear what they sound like. Could I turn the mic volume up a little bit more? Yes. Hold on. I'm on it. Is it better now? Okay, so let's get back to this. One long note. We have that. I just can't believe I can't press the space bar to press play. I'm probably gonna say this 100 times more in this video. Also, why can't I go through this performer any faster than that? Like, this is just grid, but it doesn't change the speed, and the rate is set to the maximum right now. What do these do? This looks like it re-triggers the performer. But how do I trigger this? This wavetable is really messy. It's also confusing that it keeps running even when you're not playing in Ableton. So I always think I'm playing, but then it's actually not. Shorten the performer is something TSLM said. I guess you can do that here. Ah. Okay, so now it's going. I mean, it's just that I would like to use the entire range, kind of, and not just this little bit. Just, I guess, to be more precise. I mean, it's just weird, like, you have all this space, and then you can't use it if you want to use just the quarter notes. Also, my mouse is stuttering around. Let me restart it. Alright, so let's go through some more. Ah, this space. This one is cool.
Thank you.
my favorite. Oh, sweet. This one is gonna be interesting. I can already hear some stuff in this that I want to use. Oh, so the remastered section is like stuff from Massive Remastered. The Scrapyard one is one of my favorite wavetables from Massive. Let's go with, I guess, the Grohl one. Sounded so cool. I actually want to see how it sounds when you layer an octave lower with the one an octave higher. So let's go with 12. Pitch this. Routing oscillator 2. Also modulated the same way. You can re-trigger the yeah, there must be a way. I don't know how, but there must be. Because this thing re-triggers it, but I'm not sure how to activate it. Also, my half hour is probably running out sometime soon, so I might have to restart this. So what else do we have here? The filter section. This is just I'm not too sure what Asimov means. And what's the difference between that and Blue Monarch? Oh, we have different options. see, groin. Trichome filter. Okay, let's do it. Demo expired, yay! So I have to reopen Massive. And unfortunately, I don't hear any sound. Is it routed correctly? Yes. Maybe I have to close them all the way. Then create a new MIDI track, reopen. Okay, demo. Here we go. So let's go back to our good old. Let me just quickly set it up the way I had it before again. So it was like this, actually like this, and then like this, like this or something. Then I had this routed to this, and then it was also, let me see. Okay, unipolar. It was, the rate was all the Okay, we can work with this for now. A lot of these sound kind of like comb filters set to different settings. Like, I don't really know. Like, this one just sounds like a comb filter to me. Scanner, let's see. So many of them sound exactly the same to me. Maybe it depends on the sound. This one's Try changing the low pass, band pass, high pass of each one. I mean, yeah, but... It's kind of interesting. It sounds like... It sounds like there's a little bit of comb, a little bit of chorus on the center. Let's go with this one. Then, effect-wise, let's see. Anima. Also need to route it again. So, this is F, so... Wait, no, this is A. So I have to go here, send it through here, and then output. Sounds like a filter and a con filter again. I don't know. Some saturation or distortion and bit correction. Utility. Okay. More filters. Woo. This is cool. It's just, yeah, I mean, it's cool to have it in a synthesizer, where you can also use the same modulation that you use on your wavetable on the frequency shifter. I mean, it's nothing that you couldn't do before. Like, you could use the Ableton frequency shifter and put it in a chain, and then here, if I turn this off again, you get exactly the same sound, you know. What else do we have here? Distortion. Okay. Oscillator. What does it do? It layers it with another oscillator. PM. Why does my mouse keep doing this? basic sample. I like how that sounds. Okay, that's cool. It's like a little tape delay or something. So we have 3 FX slots up here. Amp, then what is this? A few more effects. So 3 more effect slots, but with different effects. I didn't route it. So this is the X dimension expander. I'm gonna send it in here. Here we go. Different modes. Alright, yeah, some more like stereo effects and stuff like that. Make your sound I hate when there's a phaser and you can't sync it, like time sync it. It's only like frequency synced. Because I like using the phaser as like, I hate when the sound is like inconsistent and it changes every time it plays. I want it to be the same every time. And yeah, so this phaser is pretty much useless for what I do, what I like to do. Even though it has all these different modes, it would be interesting, but just because you can't time sync it makes it useless for me. Why? But yeah, I mean, I guess some of those wavetables were cool. Some of those filters here were cool. The Creek one sounds nice. In the effects section, I don't know, nothing too crazy. Sample and hold is nice. The fact that we have 3 FX slots is alright. I mean, I just feel like the competition is so good at this point that releasing another wavetable synthesizer, I don't know, there's only room for disappointment. I like Faceplant so much more than this one, and I definitely want to play around a bit with it. It sucks that I only have half an hour to try it out, and I can't even like save any of the sounds or whatever. Before spending... Oh, my voice is super low apparently. Before spending like $200 on this, I would want to try it out some more. Like other companies give you like a 10-day trial or whatever. I just feel like 30 minutes without even being able to like save it or anything, like all your progress is gone after 30 minutes and you have to start with like setting up the basic stuff again. You don't even have enough time to really dig into it. is kind of sad. The whole, I feel like there's just some things lacking that are really basic in other synths. Oh, here you can set it to one shot, so I guess that would re-trigger it. Let's see. No, it's not playing anymore at all. Launch key. Ah, there's the re-trigger mode. Now it's being. Instead of me turning up the mic, I can turn up the mic. So it's already at maximum volume, so you would have to go and turn up your sound in general. Yeah, so it's cool. So I guess the main reason why I would want to use this, how can I get rid of this window? Here. The main reason why I would want to use this is to check out the new wavetables, some of these filters. This performer mode is pretty cool now that I know that I can reset it. The effect section for me is not very useful. I didn't even use a lot of the effects in Serum just because I prefer using effects in Ableton itself, like after the synthesizer. But I definitely would want to mess with it if I do end up getting it. Yeah, so my expectations were low. I guess they were met. Yep. I would say go check out Faceplant as well. It looks like this by Kilohearts. Because the thing with this one is that you can have an unlimited amount of generators, oscillators, and you can set yourself which one you want. So you can not only have wavetable, but you can also have sampler, noise, analog. So let's say you have your wavetable here, and you want to do some FM action. You create a new group, you create another like wavetable or whatever you want. Something basic would be like the analog, and then you can use this synthesizer to modulate the shift here, and that's basically like FM. And then you can also use it to modulate other things like the level or the phase, and that way you can get some really crazy stuff. And you can also go and put an effect on your sound before you send it into the shift. And it sounds like trash right now. You get the idea. And it also comes with some really cool wavetables, which I think are which I think sound really nice. And the spacebar works. Your phone is ringing. Faceplant is more expensive than massive? I don't think so. Plus, you can get a $10 per month subscription to get Faceplant. Yeah, I think that's a good price. For all the thing is, like, you don't only get Faceplant, but you also get all these different effects. And some of them are really amazing. And the thing with Faceplant is that you can also put an unlimited amount of these effects. And you can put as many as you want in a row. Like, you can put 3 reverbs if you want. You can put a resonator. You can route things like with Massive X, which is one of the big things that they announced, which is like a game changer or whatever. Like, I just feel like you can already do this with other plugins, and having to like wire everything is not necessarily the most convenient or easy way to do this. Like, I think there are better ways. And Faceplant is a good example for that. Then what you can also do is, if you have 2 different oscillators, you can route them into different effect chains. So you can have an effect chain just for this oscillator and then a different one for that, which is similar to what you can do with Massive X routing, but it's just so much more comprehensive in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna change my opinion about this if I actually end up getting Massive X, playing around with it more. Yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Go try it for yourself, the demo, 30-minute demo, which is kind of whack, to be honest, that they only give you 30 minutes. Is free. It's out now. View size. Usage data tracking is enabled. No, it's disabled. Okay. And it seems like we cannot import our own wavetables. Let's try. No. Okay. Let me go through some questions on the chat. Pop out chat. Are we ever going to get a Minecraft Infect Let's Play? I don't know. Maybe at some point. Faceplant tutorial or session. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna be using it way more than Serum now anyways. So whenever I do a live stream or whatever, there's a good chance I'm gonna use Faceplant instead of Serum for everything. I'm going to stick to Serum a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. I saw some people say something like, oh, if I don't get Massive X, my sounds are gonna sound dated or whatever. I don't think so. Like, it's not that revolutionary. It has some new wavetables that sound cool, yeah, some new effects that sound cool. But, it's not gonna, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna change the way music sounds all of a sudden, or the things you can do with your dubstep, you know. Yep. That sounded like an incoming transmission. Yeah, that one wavetable that they have was really interesting. It's 11:56, so lunchtime. Also, make live VIPs of songs. I don't know yet. I guess I could do that at some point. Botex says, greetings from Russia. Greetings to Russia back. When is Boombox dropping? I can't say. But yeah, alright, so thank you for watching. I hope you learned something about Massive X, and maybe you got some insight about whether you want to buy it or not. I personally think Faceplant might be the better investment, especially because you don't have to commit to that big of an expense. Like, okay, so here's the thing. I think if they only give you a 30-minute demo, and then they completely, like, they don't let you save your presets, they don't let you do this and that. Like, you get 30 minutes, that's it. You don't have time to, like, properly dig into it, properly decide whether the synth is good enough or not for you to buy it, which is a problem that I'm having right now myself, because with those 30 minutes, I don't have enough time to decide, like, whether it's good and revolutionary or not. And so this is gonna, like, make a lot of people get cracked versions of it. And I know that for a fact. And this is a huge problem. Like, they obviously want people to buy their software and not get cracked versions. But at the same time, they limit the demo so much that you can't, like, fully explore the possibilities. So what's the point? Like, the thing is that with Faceplant and Kilohearts, you can get a demo that is, like, I think 15 days. So for those 15 days, you can use the program as if you owned the copy, and without limitations. You can save things, you can load things, you can explore everything it has, and then make a decision whether you want to buy it or not. Yeah, it's just a stupid idea to limit it so much. And then even with Faceplant, what you can also do is, even if those 15 days were not enough, then you can get a subscription for just 1 month where you pay $10 for a month, and get another 30 days where you can explore it even more. And if at this point you still don't know, you can get another month, and you can cancel it if you don't like it. And then worst case scenario, you spend $20 and you don't like the plugin. Whereas if you buy Massive, you spend $200 and you don't like the plugin, and then I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people are gonna crack it, and it's sad to see that the company doesn't really consider this properly. But yeah. Thank you for watching again. Hope you have a good day. Talk to you soon. Let me know your thoughts on this whole topic. Maybe in a comment on the actual YouTube video when I upload it, or send me a message on Instagram, or yeah, maybe I'll make a Twitter post actually where you can comment on it, comment your thoughts. I'll do that. So go to my Twitter, comment your thoughts on the post that I'm gonna make. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Bye.